Yeah, aside protecting your system against hackers, you also protect it against viruses and worms, against phishing. I'll explain phishing to you because it's important you know what it is. All right, it's not the normal fish in the market. Oh. So phishing. So what does it mean? It means that an hacker will prepare something that look familiar to what you have online just for the purpose of getting information from you. So for example, a hacker can create a login page for like Gmail. So normally you want to log into your Gmail account, you see enter your email, enter your password, you see login. So a hacker can prepare something like that. And then once you click on it, you just see something like enter your email, enter your password. Now, once you click login, it won't take you anywhere. To just browse and take you back. In fact, that's one of the ways you know that this is a phishing application. So cybersecurity is somebody that protects and protect people against all of that. Now we are going to look at zero-day vulnerability. What does zero-day vulnerability stand for? It means a season or a time where you do not have time to correct something that is wrong with a system, with an application, or whatever it is. And that is why it is called 0 day. That is, you are supposed to have corrected it yesterday. Now, it usually happens when new softwares are released and then hackers discover vulnerability in this particular software. So if you happen to be aware of such information, you just need to try to protect it as quickly as possible. Now, how does 0 day vulnerability works? Number one, it has to be discovered. I already mentioned the type of hackers. So either a white hat hackers, a black hat hackers, or a gray hat hackers, one of them has to discover it. If it is a black hat hackers, you already know what it means. Now, once it is discovered, then the next stage is weaponization. Weaponization is introducing things like virus, like worm, to try and see if it can penetrate the system, if it can gain an access. Now, once that happens, and then the next stage will be deployment of attack. Now, once an attacker or a hacker discover that, oh, this application has this vulnerability and the worm or the virus can penetrate, then the hacker produce a full force attack the system, and then take over the entire system. Once the hacker take over the system, it has been penetrated. It is now at the mercy of that hacker. The next stage is exploitation. Exploitation can come in several forms. For example, the hacker, if it's a gray hat hacker, can now write to the company and say, look, I have taken over your system. If you want to get it back, pay so and so amount. Most of those guys collect it in Bitcoin and other form of money. So you don't know them. They get away with whatever they want. If it is an hacker that works with the company that has discovered it, obviously will not go into exploitation, but rather we go to the next stage, which is detect of response. That is, that hacker now, if it's the white hat obviously communicate such information to the company, and then the company produce something that can be a batch file, to protect that system against that vulnerability. Again, as a cybersecurity person, you need to know the importance and implications of the 0 day vulnerability. And as a security person, again, when you are working on a particular system or you are operating an app, maybe a business, an app for your bank, all right, which is very common, you will always see once in a while they'll ask you to update. All right? The reason why they're asking you to update is because they have discovered a vulnerability on that application, and they are trying to close the window so that hackers will not exploit that system. So it is a wise decision when you are asked to update a particular application. Don't delay. Go ahead and update it as quickly as possible. So as a security person, you need to be aware of the importance of 0 day vulnerability. In sum, what is the importance? if you are hired as a security for a company, you are hired for a security for a company, you need to know that whenever the company releases a new application, a new software, a new system is implemented, you need to attack the system like a hacker, just to discover or find out if there is any vulnerability. And once you discover that, you report it to the management, and the right thing will